Hello, hello, and welcome to yoga. Okay, so today I will walk you through a little sequence for hips. Because like hips can get tight from sitting in an office all day. Your hamstrings could get tight. So I'm gonna do some sequences that are gonna open up your hips, stretch out your hamstrings, your quads. Cool, so let's get started. It's a beautiful day here today. So we're gonna start out in child's pose in a little bit of a wider hip position, just because we are targeting the hips. Okay. Just let your hips sink into the stretch. As you exhale, just sink deeper into your hips. Okay, and we're gonna come up to tabletop position. And we're gonna go through cat and cow. Exhale into your cats. Inhale as you go into cow. Okay, and then we're going to come into downward facing dog. Push your hips up towards the sky. Make sure your shoulders are open. You can rotate your hands out towards the outside to open your shoulders up a bit more. And press your heels into the mat to feel a nice stretch in your calves. You can come on your tippy toes. Just stretch out how you feel comfortable and it feels good for you. Okay, and then you can step, walk, or jump into standing forward fold. Bring your arms down towards the mat, your feet, your ankles, your shins, however comfortable you feel in the stretch. Okay. And now breathe up as you go into mountain. Bring your hands down to heart center, and then your palms down and facing out, and breathe. And then inhale as you go down to forward fold. We're going to go into halfway lift. Your back is flat. And fold. We're going to do ragdoll. Grab onto your elbows and sway. You're going to feel this nice stretch in your hamstrings, through your calves. Feels nice. Okay. Now we're going to go back to downward dog. You can step, walk, or jump into it. Just challenge yourself, your body. Whatever feels good but not painful. Okay, we're going to go into three-legged dog. You're going to lift your right leg up. And you're going to pull it through, place it in between your hands. And then we're going to put your left knee down, and we're going to come up into our crescent lunge. Okay, and then you could put your hands down and help yourself up, or you could keep your hands up. You're going to come into high lunge. Okay, and bend forward and bring yourself up to standing forward fold. Okay, and then back to downward dog. going to bring up our left foot in the air. Okay, and bring your chest up and forward. Drop your shoulders down and away from your ears. And feel a nice stretch in your hip flexor. Okay, and then you may bring your hand down to help yourself up into high lunge, or you may keep your hands up and just push yourself up into high lunge. Okay, and then return back to standing forward fold. Okay, you may go back into ragdoll to feel that nice stretch again. We are working again on our hamstrings, our hips, our quads, so you're feeling a nice overall stretch, opening up your whole area here. Okay, we're gonna go back into downward dog, and we're gonna go into lizard from here. So you have a few options how to get comfortably into this pose. You can either, again, go through the three-legged dog. For an additional stretch, bring your foot in between your hands, and then just bring your other foot, your other hand, kind of in the middle. Or you can directly go from the plank straight to the side, however you feel comfortable. So lizard pose is you're just going to come down onto your forearms, and you're going to feel this nice stretch in your hip. For additional deeper stretches, you can bring your left foot down, and then you can just open up to your right, pushing away your right leg, feeling that additional stretch in your hip. Just make sure you're not pressing onto your knees super hard at all. You can either place your hand on your thigh or on your shin, calf, ankle, however, but just not on your knee to prevent any injuries. For an even deeper pose, you can bring your left leg up so you're feeling stretches in both of your legs. Okay, and then once you're ready, we're going to come back up to our lizard. Come back up to your hands. We're going to bring our leg back. Okay, we're going to repeat on our other side. Bring your left foot up in front and come down onto your forearms. For a deeper stretch, you can place your leg down and open up to your left. You may grab onto your right leg too and feel a nice stretch in both of your legs. Okay, and then let go of your foot. Come back up to your forearms. Come back up to your hands and bring your leg back. We're going to go back into downward dog. Okay. And then you can step, walk, or jump into standing forward fold. And we're going to breathe up into mountain. Okay, from here we're going to go into warrior 3. So it's going to be balance as well. So we're going to put our weight on our left leg, and we're going to slowly hinge forward, bringing our arms out in front of you as well. Make sure your toes are pointing down towards your mat. Okay, and then we're gonna step down into pyramid. So bring your body, hinge at your waist, down. For a deeper pose for arms, you may take your hands into a namaste behind your back. If that is not comfortable for you, you may continue placing your hands out in front of you, on your feet, on your shins, anywhere that feels comfortable for you to get a nice stretch. Okay, and then bring your leg back next to your left. I'm going to breathe back up to mountain. Okay, and then we're going to repeat on our other side. So make sure you place all your weight on your right leg, and we're going to hinge forward, extending our arms out in front of us. Okay, and then press your leg down and hinge forward at your hips. Okay, and then place your feet back next to each other on the mat. Breathe up. And make sure your shoulders are down and away from your ears. You don't want to feel any tension rising. You're relaxed, your posture is nice and straight. Okay, and then we're going to step back into Warrior 2. So your hips are open to your right. You're facing your gaze forward past your fingertips. Make sure your knee is not rotating inwards, it's staying outwards. And your knee is not going past your ankle. Okay, and then we're going to come back to reverse warrior. So you're just bending back. You can place your right hand on the back of your leg. And we're going to hinge forward into extended side angle. You're going to bring your left hand down next to your foot, keeping your knee bent. You're going to place your gaze up towards the sky. You can use a block for modification if you need it for your side. This will help you keep your balance as well if needed. And then straighten your front leg into triangle. Make sure you're pointing your chest up towards the sky. Feeling that nice stretch going down along your side and your hip. And then your shoulders are stacked one over the other in a nice straight line. Okay, and then rotate yourself down forward. We're going to step into forward fold. Breathe as we come up to mountain. Okay, and then we're going to repeat on our opposite side. We're going to step back into Warrior 2. And then we're going to rotate back into reverse warrior. yourself up, and we're gonna come down to extended side angle. Place your hand next to your right foot, open up your chest to the side, and gaze up towards the sky. Make sure your knee stays in line with your ankle, don't go past. If you feel like you are going past, you may just need to shift your weight back a little bit. And then extend your leg straight into triangle, making sure that you are open up to your left side. Your arm is extended up towards the sky. Your shoulders are stacked one over the other. And come back to standing forward fold. Breathe up to mountain. We are warmed up in our leg area, our hips, so we're gonna go into dancer pose. This one does require a little bit of balance. So we're gonna start by shifting our weight to our left leg. You're gonna grab onto the back of your leg, your ankle, your foot, however you feel comfortable. And you're gonna hinge forward with your arm out straight in front of you, bringing your right leg up towards the sky. And come down. We're gonna repeat the same on the opposite side. Bend forward as you reach straight out with your hand. Over time, you will be able to have a better balance. It just comes with training, practice. You may use a band to help you lift your leg up. You may use a block. If you want to kind of bend a little bit forward and help yourself, you're able to modify this. Use a wall, just anything to help you kind of get along the way. Okay, we're gonna come back to child's pose. We're gonna go into our wind down. So we're gonna spread our hips a little bit wider to feel a nice stretch in the hips. Okay, come back up to tabletop. We're gonna go into puppy. So keep your feet together, hip width apart. You're gonna stretch your arms out in front of you, staying on your knees. You're gonna feel this nice stretch in your shoulders. If you are able to and have a little bit more flexibility, or you want to learn a little bit more flexibility, you may place a block under your chin to stretch even more. We're gonna go into pigeon, so you could start from a plank and just bring your leg forward in front of you. To feel a nice stretch, you could place your front leg at a 90-degree angle. If this is too much, you can also make your other leg also at a 90-degree angle. But if you opt to stay in this position to feel a little bit more stretch, you are welcome to do so. Make sure your back knee is flat on the ground. If not, that is perfectly fine. You will get there. So we're gonna inhale, and then we're gonna exhale as we go down into our stretch. So So as we inhale, we lengthen, and then as we exhale, we're gonna go deeper into our stretch. Okay, and then come back up. If you feel like comfortable to go into a mini back bend, you may grab onto your back foot and then reach forward with your head. Let go, come back down. Okay, we're gonna go back up to plank. I'm gonna bring our left leg out in front of us. So again, you have several options. You can keep your leg bent like this. So you're just gonna go straight. You may put it at a 90-degree angle. If this is too much for your hip or your knee, you may place your other foot at a 90-degree angle so it won't be so heavy on your hips. Okay, so we're gonna inhale and we're gonna exhale as we stretch out in front of us. Okay, we're gonna come back up and we're gonna bring our back leg out in front of us. We're gonna go into forward fold. We're gonna breathe and we're gonna fold down at our hips towards our legs, meeting our forehead with our shins. You may keep a nice bend in your leg if you feel like the stretch is too much. You can place a block. And come back up. We're going to come back down on our backs. We're going to go into a reclined pigeon pose. So place your feet flat on the ground. You're going to bring bring your left ankle onto your right thigh. You're going to lift your foot up and wrap your hands around your right thigh. We're going to pull our legs towards us. You may rotate your ankles, feel that release. Okay, and then we're going to lower our legs down, and then we're going to switch, do the same on the opposite side. You're going to place your right ankle on your left thigh, and you're going to lift your legs up towards your chest. Again, you can rotate your ankle, feel a nice stretch. Okay, and then come back down. We're going to go into bridge, so we're going to feel this nice stretch. So make sure you're placing your glutes, your heels as close as possible to your glutes. Keeping your knees hip width apart. We're going to push up. keeping our shoulders on the mat, your neck long. You may clasp your hands under your body. You may keep them down by your sides. Make sure your knees and your ankles are in one line. And release. And we're going to come into happy baby. Lift your knees up towards your chest. You're going to grab onto the inside or outside of your soles. You're going to press your knees down towards your armpits, feeling this nice stretch. You can rock side to side, wherever you feel comfortable. And release. Bring your feet down, extend your legs out. Bring your arms out towards your sides, open up your palms, and we're gonna lay in Shavasana. So this is your time to feel relaxed. Make sure you're releasing all the tension from your body. You may lay in Shavasana for as long as you like. And then once you are complete, please do not feel rushed with this video. You may stay in Shavasana for as long as you would like. Once you will be done with, you may come to your side and then lift yourself up. Okay, well, thank you for joining me on this journey for your hips. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can provide me feedback with teaching and come back for my other videos. Thank you.